Good morning, students. I am R. Devi, lecturer in botany in DNR College, Bhimbar. Government of Andhra Pradesh inaugurated online classes due to COVID-19 pandemic disease. In this situation, that's why our college provides these classes by this digital platform to cover the syllabus of all subjects. All of you utilize these by online classes and enhance your learning skills. In the last first year course, we learned 1A botany and 1B botany. And today we will discuss about second year course botany 2A paper. The paper name is plant taxonomy and embryology. In this we are going to discuss about embryology. Before going to the lesson, we will know what is embryology. Embryology is the study of the structure and development of embryos. It is also deals with development of seeds and plants from flowers. That's why it is also called developmental botany. The seed is naked in gymnosperms and is enclosed by a fruit in angiosperms. The angiosperms are divided into two groups, namely dicotyledons and monocotyledons. In dicots, the seed bears two cotyledons, and in monocot only one cotyledon. Next, what is an embryo? Upcoming plant or juvenile plant inside the seed is known as embryo. Where do embryo come from? The embryo comes from zygote. What is a zygote? Fertilized egg is called zygote. The development of the embryo from zygote is known as embryogenesis. When the seed germinates, the embryo develops into a seedling which gradually grows into a mature plant. The embryology starts from fertilization and ends with germination. Now coming to history of embryology. So many scientists are worked in embryology. These are known as embryologists. Some list of well-known embryologists. In the first, Leeuwenhoek, in the year of 1677, he invented microscope and he observed sexual cells took place in the plant. Later, Nehemiah Grew, in the year of 1682, he wrote a book, Anatomy of Plants, and he reveals that stamens are the male sex organs of flower and ovaries. Next scientist, Rudolf Jacob Camerarius, in the year of 1694. He wrote a book, De Sexu Plantarum. He observed sexuality in Mercurialis and Morus plants. He explained anthers are male sex organs and ovary is the female sex organ. See the examples in the screen: Mirabilis annua and Morus indica. Later, J.G. Pollreuter in the year of 1761, he described about the role of insects in pollination and also produced hybrids in Nicotiana and other species also. Later, Amici in the year of 1842, he discovered true relation between pollen tube and embryo in the Portulaca oleracea plant. See the examples of Portulaca oleracea plant on the screen. Next scientist, Hofmeister in the year of 1848, he described about the development of male and female gametophytes. Development of ovules and embryo sacs of Monotropa and development of male gametophyte of Tradescantia are seen in the screen. Next, he also explained tetrad formation in Tradescantia also. Next, in the year of 1849, he published his observations on 38 species belonging to 19 genera of angiosperms. Later, Hans Steen in the year of 1870, he gave a detailed description of the embryogeny in Capsella and Alisma. Next scientist, Edward Strasburger in the 1877, he worked out the organization of the embryo sac in Polygonum and he also demonstrated about the binucleate condition in pollen grains. He also discovered syngamy process in Monotropa. See the pictures on screen. Next, Sergius Navashin in the year of 1898, he discovered the double fertilization. What is meant by double fertilization? In the embryo sac, two male gametes are discharged by pollen tube. One male gamete fuses with egg cell. This process is known as syngamy, and another one fuses with secondary nucleus to form primary endosperm nucleus. This is the triple fusion. Double fertilization means syngamy plus triple fusion. Navashin discovered the double fertilization. He explained about syngamy and triple fusion in Lilium and Fritillaria species. Later that 50s of 20th century, our India took lead in embryology. Our Indian embryologist Panchanan Maheshwari in the year of 1950, he published a book, An Introduction to the Embryology of Angiosperms, followed by an edited volume released in 1963, the name of Recent Advances in the Embryology of Angiosperms. For his great contribution, he became a father of Indian plant embryology. Next, B. Mohan Johri, he wrote 3 books on embryology. First one is Embryology of Angiosperms. Second one is Experimental Embryology of Angiosperms. and third one is comparative embryology of angiosperms. Nowadays, the embryology has classified into different applied aspects. These are four aspects are there. One is general plant embryology, and second one is comparative plant embryology, third one is specialized plant embryology, fourth one is experimental plant embryology. Now coming to the first one, general plant embryology. It explains the basic laws of the origin and development of generative and embryological structures like sporogenesis, gametogenesis, endospermogenesis, embryogeny and apomixis also. Next one is comparative plant embryology. It interrelated the genera and tribes of various families based on embryological data obtained from the descriptive embryology, like features of anthers, pollen, ovules, megaspore, endosperm, embryo development, embryo type, seed coat, etc. are used to trace the phylogenetic relationships between plant groups. Therefore, it is also called phylogenetic embryology. And next one is specialized plant embryology. It is devoted to the study of embryological processes in the plants of individual systematic groups. And last one is experimental embryology. It deals with experimental approach of embryology. It is concerned with in vitro and in vivo experiments leading to the culture of anthers, pollen, ovule, ovary and explants. It helps us to understand the physiological and biochemistry of embryo development. Further, it enables us to overcome natural hindrances in embryo growth and seed development. So many developments are occurred in embryology. Our scientists give us a lot of knowledge in embryology. So we should understand all these aspects. Okay, thank you very much.